Hello class, this is Shravani and today we are discussing about the cell cycle and cell division in the 11th biology. So it's an important topic for both competitive exams and for board exams. So let's discuss this topic in detail. So in this chapter today we are going to learn about cell cycle and phases of cell cycle. So before going to learn about the cell cycle, we have to learn some important points regarding to the cell. So we know that the cell is a basic structural and functional unit of an organism. So it's a basic unit of life. So whether it's a multicellular organism or unicellular organism, the cell is a basic unit of life. So generally the cell divides into the two daughter cells. Again, these daughter cells divide into its progeny. Likewise, from the single cell, there are the formation of millions of cells takes place. So this make a whole organism. So the cell is a basic unit of life. So for the cell division, the growth and reproduction are the important characteristics of a living organisms. So without growth, there is no living state of a cell. Without reproduction, there is no division of a cell. So these two characters are important for the living organisms. So let's discuss the cell cycle. So the cell cycle means the sequence of events in which the cell duplicates its genome, synthesizing the other constituent of the cell, and eventually forms a two daughter cells. So the cell is divided into the two daughter cells. So the events which takes place during the formation of the two daughter cells from the single cell is known as a cell cycle. So the events which includes the duplication of a genome and synthesizing the other constituent of the cell, which means the formation of the other organelles like chloroplast, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, centrioles, plastids, etc. organelles, and dividing into the two daughter cells. Likewise, so the events which takes place in the sequential manner is known as the cell cycle. So in cell cycle again we have two subphases, that is interphase and mitotic phase. So in interphase the growth and development of a cell takes place, and in mitotic phase only the cell division takes place. So in interphase again we have three substages, that is G1 stage, S stage, G2 stage, and in mitotic phase we have mitosis, cytokinesis. So let's discuss this phase in detail. So here the diagram of a cell cycle is there. So from seeing this diagram we can easily understand some points regarding to the cell cycle. So by seeing this diagram, that means G1 is G2 which are under the interphase. So the interphase occupies most of the cell cycle, which means the interphase is the longest phase, and cell division occupies the shortest phase. So this is the shortest phase. So generally the duration of a cell cycle is varied from the organism to organism, which means if I take an example for our human cells, the cell cycle is 24 hours duration, and for each cells it is 90 minutes. So the duration of a cell cycle is varying from a organism to organism and from a cell to cell. So here we are discussing about the eukaryotic cell cycle. So we can take a human cells as an example. So for human cells the 24 hours duration of cell cycle is present. In this 24 hours duration of cell cycle, the interphase is about more than 95% of a duration of a cell cycle. So the cell division is about only 1 hour. So we can say that the interphase is the longest phase and cell division is the shortest phase. So these durations are important for the competitive exams. So let's discuss the interphase. So this interphase is also known as a resting phase. Why we are calling the resting phase? Because in interphase there is no division of a nucleus takes place and there is no division of a cytoplasm takes place. Just the growth and development of a cell takes place. That's the reason we call the interphase as the resting phase. And in interphase again we have G1 S G2 phase. So let's discuss these phases. In G1 phase the cell is metabolically active and continuously grows but does not replicate its DNA, which means the cell is in living condition and continuously grows with the help of our nutrients but does not replicate its DNA in G1 phase. Simply the G1 phase is the growth of a cell takes place. In S phase, the DNA synthesis takes place and the DNA content increases from the 2C to 4C, which means if a G1 phase consists of the 2C content of a DNA, by the completion of the S phase, it becomes 4C, which means the DNA content increases from the 2C to 4C. So the DNA synthesis occurs, that's the reason the DNA content increases. But the number of chromosomes remains same, that is 2n. Okay, so there is no reduction and there is no increase in the chromosome number, but the DNA content increases from a 2C to 4C. Okay, and in G2 phase the proteins are synthesized and cell growth continues. So as a whole we can say that the interphase is a phase which is useful for the cell growth and development. We can call the interphase also the phase between the two successive M phases. Why? Because here from the diagram we can understand this is the start of the M phase and it's the end of the M phase. So in between the interphase is lying. That's the reason we can call the interphase as the phase between the two successive M phases. Let's see the M phase. So the M phase starts with a nuclear division and ends with the cytoplasmic division, which means cytokinesis. So here we can see that this is a mitosis. Mitosis means division of the nucleus and cytokinesis means division of the cytoplasm. So the M phase is starting with the karyokinesis and ends with the cytokinesis. In karyokinesis, which means mitosis, we have four subphases, that is prophase, metaphase, telophase. And in cytokinesis there is no subphases because the cytoplasm itself divides into the two daughter cells in an equal proportion. The cytoplasm is there like this in a cell. It divides into the two daughter cells in an equal proportion. So there is no subphases in the cytokinesis. Okay, this is M phase. And quiescent stage. Here we can see in this diagram there is a special phase in this cell cycle, that is G0 phase, which is also called the quiescent stage. So in our body some cells like nerve cells, heart cells, for these cells there is no rapid repairment of the cell division. So the other cells only divide at some stage and it becomes inactive after the stage. So this inactive cells enter into the G0 stage. From G1 stage it enters into the G0 stage. Whenever there is no requirement of the cell division, it enters into the G0 stage. And in G0 stage the cells are in metabolically active stage only, but they do not proliferate. So they remain inactive during the certain period of time. They remain inactive in that stage. Okay, so this is what about the G0 stage, and examples for these G0 stage cells are heart cells and nerve cells. So this is about the cell cycle and phases of cell cycle and durations of the cell cycle. And thank you, have a nice day.